for supporting me since day one. You don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Everyone's got four down. Sorry, move the team. Hey, check, Mike 50, Mike 50. Right, easy. Check 51, check 51.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught by the rookie, Rashad Penny. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. These two teams met in week 1 a year ago, and that went to the Packers in a slugfest 17-9. Now, remember, they also met in the NFC title game of the 2014 season. It was the Seahawks who prevailed there 28-22 on a Jermaine Kearse touchdown catch in overtime.
3 down. Right, easy. Check 51, check 51. Go.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
That's how we do, D. Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas. Tight end right. 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Tempo. Check 50.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Left. 4 down. Check.
A handoff to Penny. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Rodgers now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating this.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I still like the idea of letting your tailback get you home. But here, they let the fullback try to get the tough. Yep.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
14. Well done. 4 down. 4 down.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the tight end Dixon left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
14.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
95.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, over here.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a run with Montgomery. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, what a good football coach is looking for? Complete football players. And guess what? We've got one here because most cornerbacks, they just want to cover people. This guy shows the ability to go ahead and make tackles.
Hurry up.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Rodgers now on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 79 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes our score 17-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Wilson completes it to Dixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's go, come on.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And fights through one man. First carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. on the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, 14.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check 50.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Good guy, 4 down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throw left side complete. It's Graham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, Rodgers going underneath for Crowell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Rodgers. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run it here. Ware. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They run again with Ware. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run now with Ware. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On second down, here's Crowell. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Push left, push left. Got 4 now.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 down. Check. 95, 95. 33.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Let's go work. Let's go to work. Single. Bang out. Bam. Check 26.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Wilson on 2nd down, trying to lay one up deep, and this is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Blue 58!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escapes the sack. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now it's Lockett. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, over here, over here. Check three.
Here's Wilson to throw again. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's a give to Penny. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 50.
They'll run with Penny. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
14.
They go play action here on first down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he works free. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but Is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A first down carry now for Crown. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, come on. Hey, 626. Zoom.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
95.
On second down, here's Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. And under 20 seconds now as the spike comes with 18 ticks remaining. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Oh, no, he lost the football. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Penny will try to punch it in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. He's going to get it running right. And he is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. And it's a goal line stand on the final play.